Well, hello everyone, and welcome to one of the less interesting, most likely, streams that I have done this year, or I'm going to do in a while. So basically, my plan was that I was going to put together a little Christmas-based game, but I pitched this idea to some friends, and I told them, hey, I can do this as long as I get some help. Like, do you know some people who can help me, or do you know some people who would be willing to help me? Everyone was like, "Oh yeah. I got buddies who can help you. I got someone who can help you." I hear nothing from them for a month, and then I finally get in contact with them. They say, "Okay, yeah, I know what you want. I know what you're planning on. All right, let's okay, cool. I'll get on that." Heard nothing from them since. That could very simply be the fact that they got busy with life. That's fine. No problem. I recently had to get a new job because the old one didn't like me anymore. So, here I am. We are now 3 days before Christmas as I am streaming this. There are 3 days until Christmas. And so, yeah, I'm now stuck. So I'm gonna try and see if I can get this Santa game put together as quickly as I can in the time frame that I have left, which is going to be mostly this afternoon and this evening. So, let's see. I'm looking for some Christmas music stuff. Trying to find some decent Christmas music, but I don't know any of these things. Go ahead and turn that one off. Okay. It's really loud. Seems a bit better. It says free music. Supposedly. I hope it's all good. Okay then, so let's get started. First off, I'm going to show you exactly what I have going for the game right now. So currently what I have is, I have this house. I'm probably just going to have lots of copies of this same house. And I've got my little Santa sprite. And he can walk the other way. And that's all I have coded in. I have a sprite so that I can put, I'll be able to put, like, I can give gifts, but I'm not trying to do anything more than this. That is getting really loud really quickly. Yeah, turn you down a little bit. There we go. Ooh. That was really bad. I was gonna try and search my OC Remix archives and see if I could find any, like, Christmas-themed music in that anywhere. but for some reason my server is transferring bleedingly slow. Like I was getting transfers of like 25 kilobytes and stuff like that. Like it took 15 minutes and didn't transfer one 4 megabyte file. So I'm gonna have to investigate that. But this is our bad guy. Okay, so let's start off here in the main file. This is the Hive file. This is written in C++. I have my initializer here. I have my different sprites that I'm setting up here. I've got the Santa sprite, I've got the Roman sprite. I don't need these here anymore. Well, no, I do need these here, because I use those for the setups. And then I've got the event structure, which handles the inputs. I have my done flag, which decides whether or not to close out the program. I've got my renderer. I've got my window that I'm going to render it in. I have my Santa Claus class sets here. Window setup. Got the renderer set up. And this renderer is then bonded to this window, so that anything I want to show up in the window, I can just apply to the renderer, and everything is good now. I can do some little modifications on things later. Hopefully I'll get into that point on the stream, where we can make the renderer bigger than what is available on the window. We just crop out what we need. Is there no way to adjust volume on the player in here? Alright, I'm gonna have to just stop that. Okay, here goes one. Okay. There's apparently an old playlist here. Okay. Overclocked remix. Right, I want Clocked Christmas. Where do I go? Download this. This thing is from Friday, okay. Okay, download the entire album here. Thank you. Is a RAR file. That could be problematic. I will determine that once it's downloaded. Literally just trying to get some Christmas music. Really this tough. Okay. So apparently it is this tough. So let's go here. CV. Okay. Alright, can I extract it? Here to be able to. Okay, good. Let's go to... Bear with me, folks. I'm just trying to get some music. There. Extract it here. All right, so let's hope I can get this into my music player. So I'm going with Audacious because that seems to be of. Thank you for your patience. I know this is taking a while. All right. Why am I dropping frames? Like, seriously, why am I dropping frames? I have like... I guess maybe it was while I was downloading. It must have been that. Must have been while I was downloading. The router is getting to where it's having a hard time handling the traffic I'm throwing at it now. Alright. Let me know if the music is too loud and I will turn it down. Actually, I'm just going to turn it down. There we go. Thank you, OC Remix, for providing us this. Okay. Alright, so here, back to my presentation. Here, I'm loading in all of my different sprites. They call them textures, but they're sprites. I mean, they're static images. Temporary coordinates for that house you see in the background, just so I can render it. The setup for my Santa Claus thing, where I give it its sprite in the renderer. I check for events here, and then pull the state of the keyboard from here, which is the state is updated when the event structure triggers. And I just check. I have this, and I have it just check to see if what keys are pressed down, and if none of them are pressed down, then tell Santa Claus to quit moving, and if you hit the escape key, it'll close. Then down here, I have this, where it blanks out the screen every frame, and I have it draw the house, then I have it draw Santa on top of the house. I'm going to put the Roman soldier here, and presents everything to the screen, and then there's a slight delay, so that way stuff is not moving at an ultra turbo speed. So, let's go ahead and get this underway. So let's take a look. Oh. Okay, there we go. Putting everything back together where it used to be. Alright, let's go here. This is my bad guy class. We've got the sprite, which we get from the main. We get the screen, which we also get from the main. We have his coordinates. Have two flags to say whether he's facing left or right. Say whether or not he's walking or if he's standing. And how fast he moves. I have the animation frames, where the locations are in the sprites. They might not be necessarily correct. I might have to adjust those. Moving on. Animation frame cycle. This is how long we want each animation frame to change for his walking animation, and if the cycle time is longer than the transition time, transition to the next frame, which is then tracked by this active frame flag here. Just some basic setup stuff here. This one we give the renderer and we give the sprite to the class. Then we set all of our coordinates to all of our frames in the sprite. Set the universal sprite width and height. Again, might have to do some tweaking on that. Won't know till we try. Then we have the renderer, so we check if he's walking, and if he is walking, start counting up the time until the next frame transition. If he stops walking, reset the timer. We check if he's facing left, or if he's facing right. Use the appropriate frames as necessary. And then we draw whatever the active frame is here. We draw it to the screen. Really that simple. So, music quit. I didn't add the whole list. What? Come on now. Open all of that. There we go. Alright, back to what I'm doing. Modifying my pitch. My streaming pitch. There we go. Alright. Okay. So let's go ahead and get our bad guy started. We go. Bad guy Roman. Down here we'll do Roman dot setup. Oh wait. Can't do Roman because I used that for the texture name, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay. Can't do that. Double declarations. Not allowed. Okay, so bad guy. We'll say bad guy. What would be a good idea for the bad guy name? I will just say soldier. Go. Go. Oh, whoops, I put things in there backward. They backwards in the class, though. Does the class expect them backwards? Let's just do this real quick. Dot. Setup. Okay, yeah, screen first, and then the sprite second. Alright. Save. Let's come down here, and we're gonna do Roman.render. See what he does. No, it's not Roman.enter, it's soldier. Darn it. Forgetting. Okay. Of course, he's nowhere to be found because we didn't set his coordinates. So he's probably like floating off like somewhere off in the ether somewhere. Alright, so let's do... I don't want to do a place thing. It's just now say chords x equals as x set of coordinates. We'll put him over at 1,000. Oops, extra 0 there. Put him on the same vertical plane as Santa. Make the size and height coordinates, or width and height coordinates, the same as the sprite frame, so that way nothing looks stretched or weird. And there he is! Ho ho ho! Who are you? Hello? 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 Hello, sir! Oh, you guys can't even see it. Darn it, I've been doing this whole time. Okay, let me change my capture. There's display capture. Screen capture? Yeah. Go. Up. Yeah. Now you can see me. There we go. Alright. Okay, see, congratulations. Now here's the game. Just walked past him and we're like, hello, sir. Hello. Would you like something? Do you have a problem with me? You don't move at all. Humph. Alright. Now let's try and give him a little bit of, like, actual behaviors. Okay, so patrol. We need to set up a couple of integers in here. Start them down here. Patrol. If I can spell, this would be so much easier. Patrol starting X. I'm gonna say Z, because I need to... No, I'm gonna say Y. I need... that's something that's gonna require some thinking. Okay. So, patrol start. Actually, let's just do start and end X. There we go, and we'll set... Start the starting one. We'll set that one to 1000 where he spawns. And then... Not Y. End X. Equals, we'll say 100. So he should... So the idea is we want him to walk back and forth across the screen. So if chords.x is greater than or equal to want it greater than or equal to? Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, so yeah, so if he's heading towards 1000x, he hits the end, he then needs to turn around, start going the other way. So face right equals false, because right is positive, so face left equals true. Else if chords.x is less than or equal to patrol end x, left equals false. Hello, person in chat. I don't know who you are. Oh, hey, Spartan. How's it going? I'm desperately attempting to finish this thing that I was hoping to have finished a week ago, but I didn't get any of the help that I was promised, and so I'm just throwing something together now. I want to see if I can put this together quick. I've been at it for 30 minutes, and so far have achieved very little. Now down here, if... See, I guess we need to just set walking always to true. Defaults it to true, so he immediately begins his patrol. If face right... I don't have to say is equal to true because that's redundant, but you just say if he's facing to the right, chords.x plus plus. else if case left is true. Because we're never going to have both of them be true at once. Or both of them be true at the same time. Okay, now I'm trying to remember. This is like the logical way of doing things. But there's something messed up in the API about which direction is positive or negative. And I was running into that issue with the Santa. Oh, I forgot to put the patrol function in the main loop. Let's put that in right up here. So, soldier patrol. There it is. There we go. He's patrolling. Going one way. Should now turn around. Yeah, it's working! It's not animating in any way at all. But he's patrolling. So that's good. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out how come it's not behaving right. Okay. Let's just put a console out down here. Soldier active frame is equal to active frame \n for new line each time it loops through. We're not going to get a whole bunch of garbage showing up down here, but that'll hopefully tell us what is happening. Okay, so active frame is currently 3. And now he turns, so now it's 0. Okay, so it is... And we knew it's updating the active frames correctly. Need to adjust the sprite, because some of the... I had to do some weird stuff with the scaling. Stuff kept being weirdly disproportional. And even though I had it disabled, for some reason the sprite, or the program I'm using to edit it, put anti-aliasing around the outsides of the soldiers, which screws up the color keying. Something awful. So I need to figure out where those pixels are and get rid of those. Yeah, that's something I can deal with a little bit later. So I know that it's activating the correct frames based on which direction he's going. But... Okay. Put a debug thing here. Alright, so let's comment this one out and let's see if while he is going to the left, the frame, if this ever triggers. It is not triggering. What did I set things to up here? Oh, I set cycle to 40 and transition to 0. That's why. Okay. Transition time needs to be 40? Is that right? Transition is 0. And if transition becomes greater than the frame cycle counter, then it needs to... Okay, so let's, at the end of setup, let's see what the frame cycle counter is. Anim frame cycle. Okay. Okay, so it's equal to 40. So why does it never change? Walk. Oh wait, walking needs to be equal to true. Walk speed needs to be equal to... Well, we'll leave it at 1 for now. Okay, that is not a thing that I've ever had happen to me before. So, the way that it works is true and false are two reserved words within the C++ compiler library, and false is 0 and true equals 1. It's for booleans, which only have two values, 0 and 1, but apparently integer values that carry integers like... Wait, I have walk speed as a boolean? It's not right. Okay, let's make that a short. Okay, there we go. Maybe this will clear some problems up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well. Okay, that is some very, very interesting center line issues that I'm having in the sprite right there. But the good news is the soldier can move. So he's moving, he's animating properly. So that works. That's good. I'm already further along than I was afraid I was going to be when I started, so that's good. Let's go ahead and take a look at these sprites. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Okay, first and foremost, I'm going to change the background color on this to a light gray. Alright, so this helps to reveal... Oh no. That was not a good choice of color because I literally lost the helmet in all of colors. Let's get the Santa game color palette open. Let's go with this orange color. There we go. Okay, now we can see here where the anti-aliasing screwed up the sprite tones on the outside. So let's go ahead and just grab handy dandy line tool and our true black color from the close this up. Yeah, if you ever wondered how anti-aliasing works, welcome to a view under the hood. It stinks. Right, let's go to this guy over here. The same thing every single time. And normally I would look to try and, like, delete this stuff dynamically through the code. Except there are so many ways that this thing... In the code, if you were to look at the RGB values of the color that I'm chopping out, it is the 100% black version of it, which is all zeros on red, green, blue, and... Alpha is not part of the calculation. But it's all zeros. Red, green, blue, 0. There's nothing there. Well, if there's a 1 in any of those categories, the Color King ignores it, and it completely slips through the cracks. You end up with this type of a mess floating around behind the head of the soldier. And get this here. this. Oh man. Once I'm done with this, though, I'll start looking into figuring out how come the center lines of some of these sprites are so insanely off. Well, it's quite funny to watch the sprites just kind of glitch out as they move around. Right. Should be everything fixed. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna black everything out in the background, save it again. Now, we don't have to rebuild because we were fixing the sprite, not the code. So let's just hit run and see what happens. Okay, yeah, okay, so we can see there. Things changed, but now we've got other little scuffed bits of anti-aliasing in there again. So let's go ahead and go back into the sprite. Now, this time let's go with this bright orange yucco looking color. Yep, there they are. Just color all that in. Go ahead and just grab this as the background so I can just fill it all in as I go. Believe me, this isn't what I was wanting to stream. Oh, shoot. Oops. Misclick. This wasn't what I was wanting to stream, but this is a goal I've been wanting to do. I don't have anything else new that I want to stream anyway, so I figure why not? Just... I've done videos, I've done streams like this before. I think I had a series a couple years ago, one game a month, where I was trying to put together, like, just small, simple idea games. Try and get them put together in a month, but at the time, work situations and everything like that was halting me, but I've been trying to get back into doing that. Okay, yeah. It's much cleaner. Now let's clean up that lurchiness. The fact that it's cutting into the other sprite over there, like, that's a bit weird. Okay. So now then, let's run it again. Let's hold up the sprite next to it. Let's see if we can find out exactly what frames are starting to cut across each other. Okay, so it's this one and that one. This one's not quite lined up in center, and this one's not right. And that one isn't lined up on center either. So maybe if we move this one back a little bit. We move this one back a little bit, and then maybe we can move this one. Okay, so this one's grabbing the sword. This one's grabbing the back of the soldier from over here. Okay. Let's... Okay, so let's move the first one here. Zoom in here. Just bigger so you guys can see more of what I'm doing. Let's move this guy back. I'm just going to use my arrow keys here. We'll move him back about... Make it 7 pixels. Okay, that's the lower line. We haven't done anything with that yet. Okay, so we really need to move the front one back quite a bit more. Okay. This back quite a bit. Save. Let's make this easy on ourselves, and rather than positioning the bad guy initially at 1,000, let's position him at 200. Well, that didn't take. Clean and build. Right, now run. It's not starting him at 200. Oh, it's because I was starting... my bad, wrong variable. Okay. There he goes. What's that? Set facing right to true by default. Go. Okay, so we're much closer to our keeping our original 2 frames center lined up on the top line. These two are really close to each other. You can see that right there. Like, there's barely any movement back. Still got to move it back a little bit further. So let's move it right there. Let's take it straight to the edge. Our original bounding box. It's called. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, now we can adjust the width on these by a little bit, just because this was... I copy-pasted this code from dealing with the Santa animations, and the Santa sprite is significantly wider. It's wider than the original Santa sprite is wider than the soldier sprite is. So let's drop it 15 pixels in width. Let's see how much of this just automatically cleans up. Okay, there's a little bit of motion again. This time he's moving forward a little bit. Alright, well that completely cleaned that up. We just need to move the bottom guy a little bit. Hey, that actually cleaned up a lot. That did a lot there. Okay, let's shorten it down. Say another 5 pixels. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, that's a bit lurchier. But that's fine. Okay, so let's grab this guy. Select him. And let's move him just 7 pixels away. Let's reload. Alright. Okay, there's a little bit, I think there's a little bit of change. But I think that's more just how the internal code cropping of the actual images is working, not necessarily the actual sprites themselves. Unless there is that big of a difference between the outlines of their armor. It's not, it's just how it renders. Okay, I can live with that. So, it's back to 1,000. Cool. Alright, well this is further than I've ever gotten on anything I've been attempting to make. Especially in one stream. Especially in just under an hour. Alright, so I've got the bad guys patrolling. I've got where, I've got where the bad guys patrol. And I've got where the bad guys are, I've got the animation system working. Got the bad guys animated. I have them patrolling. So, yeah, it's good. That is good. I'm trying to watch myself on stream, and it doesn't seem to like to work very well. Okay. So now, I need to make the world. This is going to be where it gets hard. So, in order to make the world, first things first, I need to put my map together. I want to have a map displayed. Those who want to know. I'm going to put a map up here in this corner. Because you will only ever see the city in side-scrolling form. But in order to give kind of more of a 3D illusion and to help with hiding from the guards, I'm going to put together this 2D map. As you can see, I've done so much on it. You know, I have a whole one house right here. I don't have any idea as to what makes a good background color to start with on this. I've been doing everything, like, starting off with everything being black, but it's kind of hard to see anything now. So, basically what I want to have is just basically, like, having houses just crammed in all over the place, all close together, with just little side exits that I can go down. But it's gonna be... It's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be very, very tricky. But let's just go ahead and do this. So let's see, how big is our canvas here? We are 800 by 1815 by 860. So let's scale. Let's see, 1 pixel on this will then be equal to, let's say 10 pixels in the game. So with that being the case, and the buildings being size on this. Alright, I need to get a spreadsheet out for this. Let's get a spreadsheet going here, shall we? And yes, before anybody asks, I am developing this on Linux. But all the tools I'm using are reportedly cross-platform. They have Windows versions of things. I've seen Windows software using them. I'm using SDL2 for my API. I have seen that file in QuickBooks. So, I know it'll work. Okay, so... World... is going to be world width, world height. Correct my spelling in there. Okay, so the world width is going to be 18,150. 18,150. The height is going to be 8,600. There, just two random numbers I pulled out of the air. We'll start with that. So then, let's see, the houses are 1082 in length. I like how that chops off. I could probably shorten, take out this doorway, shorten the building, and add a little peak like that one. In a minute. Here we go. So 1850 by 745. Okay, 1082. Okay, so this needs to be in multiples of 10 anyway, so let's shrink this down by 2. And let's shrink this one by 5. Alright. Save that. I need to remember to keep everything in multiples of 10 just to make things easy. So house width. House length. But let's house width. Let's do length in this one. Alright, so house widths are 1080, so that would be, divide that by 10, that's 108. Long, but for width, I actually need to get out this sprite. Okay, this is not an accurate portrayal of height of the buildings at all, because it's the same size of sprite, but on the side view, there's no top. But there is on this one, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's just take care of that right now. Let's just do this. This here. Zoom in. Now this. Scroll all the way across the world. Go. Edge of the house there. Bam! That looks more than slightly absurd, say. But okay, let's see here. How on this one, let's just make a line here. Say this blue line. This is our ruler, okay? This is a ruler. Alright, so from the bottom of the roof down to the top of the next roof is down here 172 pixels. This one, it is, whoops. Else it is 258 pixels. So the roof needs to move up. It might need to be made bigger. Actually, not much of a reason to even have a roof on the back of the house because we have this roof back here. The only thing we need a roof for is just the edges, so let's just delete this. Draw over it. Boom! Done. Oh, and by the way, Spartan, I don't know if you're actually listening to this or if you're just being nice and AFK listening to this while it's like on your phone muted or something. But those extenuating circumstances I met when we played Risk of Rain 2 on Thursday, those are gone. Details of what was happening was I had lost my previous job, and now I have a new one. So, it's that simple. Mm-hmm. Now, let's see, from the bottom of the ground to the bottom of the roof is 429 pixels. This one, the ground, 423 pixels. Okay, so that roof needs to move up slightly. Oh, where is it again? It's 72 originally, but this one is 258. Okay, so this one... Zoom out. Let's double check our measurement. Yeah, 172. Okay. Then from the top of the sprite down to the bottom of the roof, we have 71 pixels. This one, this is the building back, top of the sprite to the bottom of the roof, 70. So we can thicken that by 2 pixels, and these things just need to move up. Nothing about, no two ways about it. Those just have to move up. So let's put our ruler line in again. 72. Actually, I need to move that down 2 pixels because we need to thicken the roof of that by 2 pixels. So let's... 1, 2, go. Hey. $258, 172. Go, and let's grab this section here. Put it up. Down 1. Go. Right, now let's draw the blue lines back in. Oh dear. Just okay. It was just a massive scrolling jump. I didn't fill bucket anything. That's good. All right. 6 over already? It's about an hour. It's a proper length of Christmas list, I guess. Let's start it over. Watch every single one of these things get content ID'd on YouTube. Just watch. Okay. Alright, so the width of the house is... Let's shrink it down to appropriate sizes. Okay, let's shrink it all the way down to the edge there. Now, back out. Okay, zoom in. Okay, I apparently need to widen it 2 pixels on each side, so let's open it up 4 pixels. There we go. Whoop, okay. 1, 2. Go. There. Good enough, I'll just call it that. So the height is still 820, same as the side. Let's say 740 now. Oh no, because it always was. The height of this doesn't matter. This is 740, and the back of the building is 820. That needs to be shrunk down to the same size as the other one, which is 740. So let's match that up. There we go. What matters is the back, which is 930. Just divide that by 10 is 93. Okay, so on the map, each house is going to be 108 by 93. Let's go ahead and just create a new sprite entirely. Hang on to the city map. Close that one out. Yes, save it. Whew, okay. Need it to be 108 by 93. Let's just resize this because I need to size perfectly. So 108 by 93. Good enough. Nice and square. Santa Game Colors palette going. That color I've been using. Go. Save the colors. Load the colors. It's making me do this, isn't it? There we go. Okay. So let's just fill this whole thing up. And now decide which side's going to be the back. Okay, so from the sides... Alright, I shouldn't have closed out all of my house sprites because now I need them more than ever. So from the outside edge of the sprite, in 59, say 60, for the sake of convenience. So on this it'll be 6. So 6 pixels in the roof. Roof line. I think it's... It's that brown color? Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, middle one under the yellows. Cool. So we'll make the right side of it. Now we'll make the left side of it back. So, square. Six. Alright, let's make this side also roof. 6 pixels wide, but let's cut this side back here. No, let's take a look at the profile of the building. One facing right, because we're making this with the building facing right. So I've then got... How far to this front lip back? Our handy dandy ruler line. So 73 pixels in length. 73 pixels from the back to the front. Pixels. Cuts across. 6 pixels thick. Go, and it's here again. 6 pixels thick. Make it go here as well. All right, now a little bit of a line there. Here. Here. Next question. How to differentiate between the two heights of the level? Houses. This is the part where I struggle. because I tend to have difficulty figuring things out for this. Okay, if you got any suggestions, post them in chat. I gotta go take a break right quick. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I did a little bit of thinking. Very short, quick amount of thinking. And I'm thinking I'm gonna try deleting this pixel here and putting in like a little bit of shading into that area, maybe. Or I'll move the line back a bit and then I'll shade in. Hopefully, like, make this area shaded. Can I give the idea of this is higher than the other and see if that works? So let's add a row. Our palette. Is the custom. This one is EFC 293. So let's go with EFC 23. Go, and now let's oops. Oh, that looks like that might work. Oh, yeah. Let's go with that. Let's just make it a ring. Okay, that went too far the wrong way. So EFC 293. And let's see what things are changing as I... Okay, that's not what I want. Change. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. Let's try this. Oh yeah, that works. It's a nice little shade. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Actually, let's do this. Let's now go back to our default color. Let's take out this. Let's take out that section there. Now let's cut in the corner there, and let's cut this corner over here. Do the same here. Same there. Let's just take this front section out entirely. There we go. I think that works. Let's see, house, map, top. House on. There we go. Alright, I foresee lots of very interesting coding challenges coming with this type of setup already. That's okay. We're all in on this, right? This isn't boring at all. Chattering incessantly about a lot of stuff that very many people care much about. Alright. Let's take this house, let's copy it, let's start pasting it to the map. Okay, delete that right now. Let's get rid of this as well. Alright, here we go. Okay, so with each individual pixel on the map being 10, then we will want we don't need a lot of. It'll make each road's about 3 pixels wide. There we go. We only need to afford the room that we need to walk down it. So now just do this. 1, 2, 3, and let's rotate. Oh, control shift left and right. Let's just turn this one to the right. 2. Go. Is this map going to look very samey and boring? Probably. Wait, what the heck happened here? Oh shoot, I changed the keyboard layout when I did that. Oops. I hit Control Alt Shift and that changed my keyboard layout. Okay, so that's probably why things weren't pasting like they were supposed to. Go? Yeah. There's that. See, I have one that faces right, I have one that faces down, I have one that faces left, so now this one's going to face up. Alright, this is going to make for some possibly interesting things I can add into here later, but again, later. I just need to... One, two, three. Whoops. Done. Paste. Go. This pattern for this street, where it's just to rotate clockwise. Oh, whoops. Okay. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Go. Cool. Oh, there's going to be quite a lot of houses down this row. Okay. Okay, I think I'm getting some other ideas now as to how this is going to work. One, two, three. Okay. With my limited asset counts. Three, one, three. And three. Three. Oh. That guy is too close to the edge of the map. To open this up. Let's zoom in on this. Actually making these streets... Right? No, these are only... How come they're only 2 wide? One's 3. Sheesh, I've been miscounting them or something all the way from back here. Alright. Across the line we go. Everything's selected here. Background the right color, so that I just go inch. Now they're all properly lined up. And now these two. So who would have thought that a simple game about playing as Santa hiding from Roman soldiers would be so difficult? I know who, but I'm not telling. Two, three. 1. 3. Rotate. No, wait, it's supposed to be clockwise. Down first. 2, 3. There we go. One, 2, 3. Go. This one gets a point. Go. 3. There's a fault in the map. I need it's right there too. Worries? So this way. Okay. 2, 3. Go. Oh, 2. I'll just leave this area open. Alright, so that's my first block of houses done, or first line of them. I feel like this is gonna be so garbage. What's the guy I was talking? What's his name?
The sink?
Yeah, put those in the sink. Okay. Here's the real question. Do I just want... I need the lines to be straight. I need the lines to stay straight. I am not going to wind around through everything and try and code that in. That's just... So... let's copy this line. Let's just copy this whole line of houses. Trying to be fast about this. Oh no. Okay. That back where it was. It. Paste. Make Bump them up together. Two. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Shoot, this definitely isn't going to be like a major issue with anything. How samey this all looks. Won't be any problems at all. Don't foresee anything happening at all. I don't foresee myself getting lost at all. Oh, like what could go wrong? Okay. Hmm. I love these songs. Just very happy little songs. Okay. Let's unselect that line. I'm gonna flip it vertically. No, I'll just leave it as it is. We're only gonna see one side of the street at a time anyway. So seriously wish I had some more building outlines to work with. Okay. Let's now do a line that's vertical, shall we? Let's just do a purely vertical line. Make it a wider street. Here. And 1, 2, 3. We'll go 4. We'll make this a wide street down the middle. 5. Why not? Okay. So right, do one here, and now let's do one here. Again. Two, 3. Go. This line here. Now, no, that one's not gonna. Better with a vertical. Two won't fit side by side, so one's sure not gonna fit vertical. They're too close to being uniformly sized. Okay. So then Actually, what I can do is I can shrink thickness of this map wall there, because I think that's significantly thicker on the bottom than it is on the top. It is 6 pixels. Bottom, it is 9. I think that's going to be enough to give me another room for another house, though. Oh, heavens, no. Okay. Well, then I guess that line is done there. So... everything feels so clumped up and tight, though. I don't... No, but that was how they were, though. That was how they were. Hmm. Come on. Alright. Go. Another identical block of houses. Oof. Okay. Let's take a chunk of houses from here. This chunk of houses from paste it here. Three. There we go. Go. Okay, let's copy this. Paste the second one down here. And now flip it. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Roads don't line up in between them, but that's really fine. I'm okay with that. It's almost been 2 hours already, and I haven't even got... Oh, sheesh. This is how slow some of this stuff can go. It's just trying to assemble something useful here. Maybe I'll just make like another couple of blocks, but then leave like this area as like an open... a public zone, maybe? I don't know. Three. Go, and let's just flip it. So, do. Okay, there's that. Okay. Hang on, let's move that guy down. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, apparently flipping things can, if it doesn't have a true point of center, skew it. Okay. Still so much space left. We got a few minutes left before the end of the album. That's not good. Okay. Flip it down one. There we go. All right. Ooh. All right. Let's do this then. Well, let's. Okay. Okay. gonna paste this line of houses in here. Just full on copy paste. Okay, zoom out, see, okay. Honestly, I don't hate it. I'm surprising myself saying this, but I'm not hating it now that I'm looking at it. It is going to be very samey, but well, it feels like just by kind of randomly copy-pasting the same house sprite again and again, kind of developing an idea as to how the town's going to be laid out, and it's not terrible. Not great, but it's also not bad. One, two, three. Actually, let's line up these streets just to make things easier for the long run. All right. All right, fair enough, I guess. Ooh. Now comes the hard part. I have to get all of this put together into the code. But I have a map I can go off of, so that's going to make it a lot easier. Save. Yes, save the palette. Okay. Actually, I need this spreadsheet now more than ever. Let's get that map back open. I'm going to need a lot of notes here. So let's save this. Save this. Santa name. No, not call it notes. Let's call it. No, I want to have notes in there somewhere, but I want to leave it as just notes blank. General game notes. There we go. Okay. All right, so number of houses. Number of houses. Underneath it, let's go to the map. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 16, 17. And since it's not symmetric, we have to count all of them. But let's see. This row and this row are identical, so that's 34. And then this row and this row, that makes 8 here. So 34 plus 8 equals 34 plus 8 equals 42. Okay, so we'll go line one, group 1 is 38. 34. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, and 17. 17 down this row, so that's 34. Group 2, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 30, 34. 34. Was this group? So now this next group is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 16, 17. Another group of 34. Okay. Maybe it's more symmetric than I thought it was. 34. Now, the bottom group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 13, 14. Make it 15. Fill in that area. 15. 16. 3. Go. Okay, we'll make it 16. All right, now let's just use the power of technology to add all of those up. Oh. Plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Enter. 118 houses that I'm going to have to figure out some way to hand code. Oh, man. Oof. Save? Let's get the music going again. I'm gonna go for a little bit longer. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I can handle some of this stuff code-wise. So let's just get started on things. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to need easiest thing for me to do is to get 3 more house sprites. Let's save this one as house on map west. It's facing to the west, it's to the right. The right's usually to the west. No, it's not. Just heard a laugh confirming that it's not. West is left. Okay. So that needs to be east. Okay. Open up this one. Let's just select all of it. Flip it around. This one points to the west. Alright, now it's to the right. Parts of me scream that this is padding that I can do with code, but at this point, I need to do what I know, and I know that I can make this work. So... Whoops. I didn't know you could do it to the whole thing! Okay, learn something new every day. Okay. Now, look at how many windows I have open up here. Sheesh. Okay, house left, house front, house back, house right. Alright, and then, actually, I don't need that to be the case. I don't need the 4 house sprites, because I'm only going to be using these I'm going to be using this sprite anyway. Whatever, whatever. Moving on, moving on. Texture. City map. Let's see, city map. And then... yeah, I guess that's it. So now I need to make world. World. Actually, let's delete this file. It's called game world. So that way we can just make the normal, the actual, like, declaration of the object called world rather than, like, game world, and I can reduce some of the typing I have. Just make everything public just because I don't have a lot of time to I don't have a lot of time to deal with scope, so hi. Okay, so then let's do a rectangle of coordinates. Let's also do one of a camera, so that way we're not drawing the whole thing at once. We're only just drawing like the little itty-bitty section that we want of the map based off of where the character is in the world. Wait, no, that needs to be part of the map, not part of the world. Never mind. Let's okay, so chords.x equals 0, y equals 0, w equals, what's our world width? 1850. 18150, 18150, sorry. 8600. Okay. Do this. Okay, let's just make another header file. Building. Name the class building so we can define it as house. Okay, and again, I need to include the right headers though before I completely freak out the compiler. Go to, we'll make sure those are included in well. Okay. Building. Let's go with going to need sprite. We're going to need 4 of those because we have a separate sprite for the front, back, and left and right facing directions. So that's 4. So 4 of those. Passing. I don't know if I'm. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna. I know I'm gonna need that to render the buildings properly. Possibly. This might be something else entirely. I have to make a completely different class into this. The amount of work that just popped into my lap is stress-inducing. Truly stress-inducing. And coordinates. Let's go with an unsigned 8-bit enter. Facing direction. I want to make an enumerator. But I'm going to put it in its own header file. So enumerators. Directions. Let's see. Let's go north equals 0. South 1. West equals 2. East equals 3. There we go. There. Okay, so building. Okay, a facing direction. Okay, facing. Make it north by default, but we need to include and now before I do any more of this, let's go back into here, make sure we include all the new headers. Let's see, building, game world, and make sure there's no build errors. Okay. Cool. Okay. No building errors. That means the code's clean. He showed up. Oh. Commander Root. Guess he's hosting me? Someone's watching anonymously. Either way. Welcome, fellas. Hi. Okay, so I'm desperately trying to get this game finished, and I was hoping that once I got this city map put together, I'd be like halfway done, and now I've just had a massive pile of work just suddenly land right in the middle of my face. I'm starting to panic badly. So stop by row. Okay. Let's actual like world coordinates where it's going to sit. Okay, don't panic. Don't panic. Whatever you do, don't panic. Okay, so the render coordinates are going to correspond with the actual sprites themselves. Yeah. Okay. Just halt where you're at right now. Be patient. Okay, so now the game world is now this big. And put any other enumerators I need in there. Okay. Okay. What I need to do now is go down the map. Do everything road by road. Okay. Roads. So the road along the top has road along the top is a bit closer. Here all the way down the length of the whole thing. It's 176 pixels long. So, roads. Okay, North Road. What was that? Shoot. Let's remeasure. Wasn't 176, I know that much. It's 1796. Okay. 1796 long. North Road is 176 length in pixels on okay, 1796 pixels long with say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. My eye on that 8th. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. Okay, 16 intersections along the way. Plus the 2 ends will make it 18. 18 intersections. Plus 1 down. The length and the intersection count is going to be identical. So okay, so the second row down from that. Okay, it's gonna be the same length. Be the same length. Okay. All of them be the same length? Not quite. So this one's gonna be the same length again. So 1796. A very good year, as I recall. Oh, my memory could be failing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 18 intersections. So this one, the road's going to be a little bit shorter. So for here, go. Let's drag it all across. $17.37. It's the North Road plus 17.7. That. Intersection count is again going to be the same as the predecessor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16, and 18. Okay, so it's all 18 intersections. That much is standard across the board. That's good to know. So, okay, so North Road plus 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 afterwards. So we'll say South Road plus 3 now. Okay, so 1737, 7, 7. Pretty sure. South Road plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, all 1737. Oh no, plus 1 is going to be 17.6. South Road itself, 796. Just stick with the universal 18 intersections. Okay. Bit calm. Okay, so then buildings are, you know what, let's do it this way. Let's go place yeah, we'll start with this. Okay, start with the buildings, give it the map coordinates. We get the direction it's facing. Okay, the facing direction. And the direction it's facing. And then we can deduce map width and height from that. So then, let's go temp x equals chords x map chords y. Now we do chords dot x equals small x equals temp x times 10. Then I want the coordinates in world coordinates. Yeah, because y would have to be z, because it's a three-dimensional space. Y is the height map, which doesn't matter when we're dealing with two-dimensional planes. So it's gonna be, so y is going to remain static. So let's change these to world coordinates. So that way W is, I want that to be a Z mapping? How do I want to deal with it? How do I want to deal with this? Go ahead and do like X and Z. X for the corner. Z for the width. With X going east-west, Z going up-down, where would normally be the Y coordinate. Ooh. My brain is now starting to ache because I'm not used to thinking in three-dimensional terms. That's why I was trying to do this as 2D as possible. But each building is going to be four sides. Let's just leave them as standard coordinates for now. Standard coordinates. Map chords y, coordinates x, coordinates y equals y is 10. Chords w. Okay, now here's where we have to be clever about this. So I am panicking myself again. Ooh. Okay, let's just build everything from the top-down perspective of the map first. So we're dealing with X map coordinates and map Y coordinates. So I don't need those temporary ones, I just need this. For now, let's do a switch case. Actually, no, we don't need to do it on that one. I just need to do it in a regular facing direction. The facing direction equals the past facing direction. Don't have a value in there, just break the loop and move on. It's somehow messes up. Okay, so case north, in the event that it's northwards facing, this is what an enumerator allows you to do. I can put down like north and stuff like that, but I have here, it's declared that north is equal to 0 in this direction. Which is handy because it'll also help me determine world coordinates of Santa and the soldiers based off of directions. So this is a good thing. This is a very good thing. I'm getting very, very panicky despite the fact we have very nice, relaxing Christmas music playing right now. Ooh. Okay. So if it's north, or if it's south, width is 93. Height equals 1.8. Same with the south. Because the building is the exact same thing, it just faces an opposite direction. And in case, if it faces east, just flip it on its side. 108. 3. Okay. Okay, so that sets up the coordinates. It also sets the direction it faces. And that's really all I can do with this for right now. Is just set up all of that. Okay. Alright then, so let's make some streets. Yeah, let's call it street. Alright, so we'll start with... I've been using SDL coordinates on this because it's not going to be rendering it. This is just purely for calculations. We're not going to use an SDL rectangle structure. We're just going to put in some coordinates ourselves. So world X, world Y, along with length. That's it. That's all we need. I really need for that. And then let's just make a new header file. Let's call this one interactables. Because this isn't going to have a lot of... I'm including this just because I need to. Just in case I want to use anything. See? Because this won't include. This won't be including any classes. This is just going to have some random structures that we can use as like, interaction points for Santa. For the player as you're moving through the world. So we'll just make this one a structure. Let's make it a defined type of structure. Put the name for that down here. Crossovers, we'll call it. Crossover. This is just going to be world X, world Z. No, let's make it world X, world Z, the width of it. So that way it's got its X, but we have like our X and our width. Actually, I just need... really just need X and width. I don't even need height. Just because it's going to take up basically the whole screen. So if you're in that section of the street and you can go, you go. So, yeah, okay. So street, doubles. That work? Yeah, it does. Okay. So with the interactables, I'm going to say crossover intersect. Intersection, might as well. Intersection, and then there are 18 of them on each street. Because, yeah, we've got basically 18 on every single street. Technically, we have 36, because you can go up and down. Let's fix that. 36. Alright. So we just do a setup. So for those who aren't wondering, or those who are wondering, I sometimes declare things as ints, I sometimes declare things as shorts. Short is just a short integer. It has a lower value cap than an integer, but it also takes up significantly less RAM. Short integer is, I think, a 16-bit integer, which maxes out at... Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. 16. No, 2 raised to the power of 16. It's showing that it's x. Okay, exponent. Calculates the exponent for the base. Okay. Oh, right, yeah, I just have to put equals in there. It'll do it for me. There you go, 65,536 values. And I want to say that that's... Yeah, it's 65... Yeah, it's that many values, but it's cut in half. Because half goes negative, half goes positive. I can't do an unsigned version of it. It just... It doesn't exist, but it doesn't matter, because we don't go above... What is our size? We're not going above 18,000, so we won't even be capping out half of a regular short. And it's a 16-bit integer, which takes up half the memory of a regular int, which is a 32-bit integer. It goes up to several million in each direction. Again, we won't be getting up that high, so it won't really matter. Yeah, so I guess the other thing that we need to have in this is actually, let's do this, and let's make this one a Boolean. No, I need to make it a short. Move direction. You start moving north, south. Let's make some documents in here. Okay. needing to stay calm. I'm having to force myself to stay calm here. So then... You know what, that's... Okay, I just thought of something that I can do. Okay, world X. Next X. World Y. Next Y. Length. Fix the spelling on that one so we can get rid of that error there. Okay, and then let's do this. Place intersections. Specify. Let's make these map X. Map Y. So I can just trace it out on the map, place it. And we'll go... Okay. Intersection. A dot. X equals cast map X times 10. Then to say width equals 30. Because that's going to be the size of all intersections across the board, because all streets are 3 pixels wide on the map, and everything on the map, or everything in the world, is map proportions times 3. Except for the characters and for the soldiers, they're going to just be dots. Okay, save this. Okay, that's to place all the intersections. Wait, no, that's not good. Multiply. Go. Shorts again. So that conflicts of weird sorts happening. Okay. It's been almost 3 hours that I've been at this. Good heavens. Oh, man. Oh, my heart rate is so high right now. I'm panicking. Honey? Honey? Did you notice the time? Do you have anything planned for dinner? Okay. Well, I mean, it is getting to dinner time. Okay, I would like something to eat. Alright. Back to what I was doing. Okay, so let's make it a multiplier. And then... Shoot. Times 10. And we'll this. Or no, let's go past map times the multiplier. Times the multiplier. No, plus the multiplier. Times 10. There we go. So that way, get the map coordinate, you move it down the house lengthways, and then multiply it by 10. Will that work? No. Won't even, it'll work for this line. That's it. Not going to be able to do this as a loop, aren't I? The code pretty much every one of them by hand. Well, okay then, but I guess I can start making notes on that. Okay, North Road. Let's get rid of that. Intersection counts. Okay, intersection. Section locations. So along the North Road, section X. Section Y, and my punctuation, spelling, and grammar is going nuts. So let's take those, move them over their section number. So intersection number 1 going to be this far left one right here. So X and Y of that one, we're going to start up here in this corner. It's going to be 8, 6. 1, 8, 6. Eight, 6. Number 2. 119, 6. Section 3. This guy. going to be 215, 6. Section 4. I'm going to figure out the distances between them, and I'm just going to calculate each one of them dynamically. Probably the easiest thing to do, actually, is just skip count. As long as the horizontal lines maintain a pattern, I can start skip counting across the different intersections. Section 3 is here. Section 3. Section 4 at 421. Six. Section number 5. 421. Yes, the next one is then 532. And 6. So then, 1 to 5 seem to have a pattern going. 111. Let's see. Equals this one. This one. Minus. Yeah, 111 there. That's between 1 and 2. That one is here to there, so that's the house that's tipped on its side. It's that this one, 2 and 3 equals this one. So, okay, 1, 97. Let's look for the pattern here. Let's see, this one. This one. Is that one 205? Must have missed one. Is 205. There. 97. The next one should have been 327. See if there is one at 327 and I just missed it. 327. Yep, I missed one. So it's 1, it's 2, 215. Next one is supposed to be 15. 3. Two 1-5. 1-5, and this one's supposed to be 3-2-5. This one should be 325 plus 96. So let's go equals 325 plus 96. 421. 421. Is that the next 5? Okay. Next one. 421. I think I have my pattern. It is 96. Should be 96 plus 110. See, that one is this. This. 96 and 110. Next one should be intersection 6. Be 431. No, 5-1. Let's see if that's right. 5-3. 532. Okay, I get it. No, it needs to be 111, not 110. 111 for the rest of them. 532. Then okay, so it's 111 by 96, 111, 96, 111, 96 for the rest of those particular for the rest of those specific intersections. Okay, well, I'm glad I figured that out. Glad you were here to witness it. However, I have gone an hour over. I have gone way longer than I ever meant to. So, thank you all very much for watching. The music has ended once more. But, I am going to go ahead and call it quits. I still have a lot of typing ahead of me to do. But I think it will help me move a little bit faster if I don't have to keep verbalizing my thoughts. So thank you all very much for watching. And I will see you all on Friday. If not, on the next stream. Hopefully, maybe Christmas Eve to try and stream this game. If not, I will stream the game on Friday. If it is done by Friday, sure, it'll be after Christmas, but Christmas lasts for 12 days, so I don't care. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all on the next stream. Have a good evening.